You have to see yourself in your heart as being a new person, and imagining what that is, and what you're doing, and what you have, and where you're going, and who you're around. You have to begin to imagine this and use your imagination to create the future of your dreams, to create the life of your dreams. It's day 23 of the 75 Hard Challenge mental toughness program that I've been doing. And one of the things that I have been so impressed with today is the power of visualization. I shared about that in my last video, how incredible it is to look at someone like Jalen Hurts, who won the Super Bowl just a week or two ago, do it by visualizing that success. And in a simple little mathematical experiment, we talked about had a screensaver on his phone. And if you look at your phone 50 to 100 times a day, it doesn't take much to have that add up in the course of 2 years to something like 36,000 times or more. That was being conservative, with 50 times a day looking at your phone. And he had a picture of where he was going and what he was going to do. But I want to elaborate on that today. And there is an ancient proverb written by King Solomon that says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." And I think it is really profound. Of course, that's the old English way of saying it. But as a person thinks in their heart, so are they. And so this became something I had to reflect on years ago and hold the mirror up and begin to take 100% ownership for where I was in life. I had to stop blaming other people around me. I had to stop justifying why I was where I was financially. And one of the things I did was I had to recognize that I was where I was, not because I wanted it, but I was where I was in life because that's what I saw. That's what I believed about my value, about my worth. And that carries over into every area of our life. And so I don't know what area of life you're happy with or dissatisfied with. Most people, you're either dissatisfied across the board, or really they have it figured out in one area and really struggling in another. There's very few people that I can even think of that are really beginning to click and fire on all cylinders equally, and are actually becoming a well-tuned, high-functioning, I don't want to say machine necessarily, but individual. And the fact is, if your life is not what you want, then where you are in life, and even if it is what you want, wherever you are in life, whoever you are, your life is what you have seen. Your life, and you are where you are at because that is what you have seen in your heart, and that's what you believe about yourself and who you are. Now, you might know up in your head that you're worth more, but in your heart, you don't believe that. Maybe you've been told all your life, most of us are living on an operating procedure that was downloaded when we were very little. But life, circumstances, individuals, and key people, core individuals that we trusted in our life, told us things about us, told us who we were, and we've lived with that for the rest of our life. Depending on what generation you're living, either with a broken record, or a broken tape player, or a broken CD player, or a broken MP3, or a broken streaming service in your heart, because you're living off of an operating procedure that life, circumstances, and individuals dictated to you. And if you want to go to the next level, if you want to change your life in any way, or a change in area of your life, you have to get a vision for that. You have to see a new future. You have to see yourself in your heart as being a new person, and imagining what that is, and what you're doing, and what you have, and where you're going, and who you're around. You have to begin to imagine this and use your imagination to create the future of your dreams, to create the life of your dreams. I think it's profound, but God never creates anything but awesomeness. You were created for awesomeness. You are created for something incredible. You have an unbelievable combination, a unique combination of gifts and talents and strengths, and you were made for a purpose. One of the best scientific demonstrations of this that I can give you is that I just came across, it's crazy, but I just came across the fact that in one drop of seminal fluid, there are something like 300 million sperm. Now, when you were conceived, it was one sperm and one egg. That sparked life in who you are. And you were created as a winner in the moment of your conception. And at the very least, that sperm beat out 300 million others to create you. And conceivably, many, many 100 million more. So at conception, you were born a winner. And that is who you were created to be. It's only because life and circumstances have beat you down and told you who you are that you're not living to your full capacity or your full potential. And I want to, on my next video, go into a bit more of that. How do you change what's on the inside? How do you change that broken, what you've heard, what was dictated to you? How do you begin to imagine a new future? Because I think there's only really two ways to create a new future and to change how you see yourself in your heart. And I'm going to give those to you on the next video just to keep this short. But just know today that if you're not satisfied with being normal, normal isn't normal. Normal is abnormal, because there are so few people around us that are living to their full potential. You don't want to die and be forgotten. You don't want to die and have nobody even know that you lived. That is a wasted life. But many people do that. You were created to leave an impact and a mark on the world, in your community, on people around you. And if you're not living to that potential, then you haven't begun to live. So stay tuned for the next one. And I challenge you, if you're on the 75 Hard Challenge, stick with me. Stay hard. Let's finish strong this mental toughness challenge together. And if you're new, then stick around for encouragement. And I hope that I can challenge you to create the life of your dreams. I'll see you on the next video.